Here's a fun compilation of all kinds of cool stuff that we did on our trip during the Bay Area. Some of them are going to be piano related, some of them might not be, but you can just sit back and enjoy the video. Here we go.
We just left downtown Sacramento. Sacramento, what the heck? We just left downtown San Francisco. We were checking out a really awesome Bosendorfer 280 VC at Music Exchange, and now we're heading on down to San Mateo Pianos. But on the way, we saw the It's It factory store, so we decided to stop off and have an It's It. It was delicious. Here's the inside of the It's It factory store. They've got this really cool mural up on the wall that depicts kind of what the coast would look like back in the day, maybe like the 1920s or something. They've got the original little It's It ice cream shack out front. They've got a little kid ordering some ice cream. I can relate to that. So apparently this place is called the Fun House back in the day, and there's a picture depicting what it looks like. And here is the ice cream freezer today with all kinds of awesome flavors, and I got mint because it's delicious. Here's the menu. You can probably pause it and see some of the flavors that they had when we were there. Now this is the Peninsula Piano Brokerage. We've been here several times before, and they've always had nice pianos. And what's kind of cool is this time I actually bought one. And we've got some really cool videos coming out in the future about that, and so make sure to stay tuned for that. It's a really nice piano. It's going to be my next practice piano. I wanted to take a quick moment to introduce a new system of recording pianos that we have recently started. It began when we recorded a very fantastic piano at NAMM 2016, and we placed a recorder right here. And after that, we had decided that a piano sounded really good placing a recorder on the rim. We had been recording many pianos that way, but we hadn't been able to obtain that certain sound that we got at the NAMM show. And so now we have decided, this is our working theory, that different pianos may have different design centers or places where the audio sounds best. So now we have actually gone up to using 3 different recorders, one over here, and one on the rim. And so we're going to be testing these and comparing them to see if indeed different pianos will sound better in certain spots. When we were in the Bay Area, we saw lots of fancy cars. I saw a whole bunch, and this here is one at a McLaren dealership. This is a McLaren 650S, and I absolutely love the color. It's a super, super cool car, and I'm sure that it probably costs anywhere between $150, $200 plus $1,000. It's an awesome car. You can see me in the reflection there checking out the inside. And it's a really cool car, and they had a whole bunch of cool things like this. Here's another one. This is a supercharged Jaguar. I don't know exactly the model of it. Maybe someone can tell me down in the description. But it was a really neat car. It kind of reminded me, the styling was a bit like a Bentley or a Rolls Royce. You can see me in the reflection once again there. And here's the little decal on the side saying that it is supercharged. It's a pretty cool car. I liked it a lot. This here is an Aston Martin that we saw. I believe this is with the Vantage, and the color scheme was pretty cool. It kind of looked like it had lipstick up in the front. We also visited a Tesla dealership, and Teslas are pretty cool cars. This here is a Model X with the Falcon Wing doors up, and it looks really cool from behind. There's their classic T logo. Pretty stylish and cool looking. I'm sure recording studios do this all the time, record wacky things around town. I'm actually going to record the fire bell. Maybe it'll be used in a song or something. I have no idea. That was too loud.
I've had some people ask questions about the new Baldwins and what I think of them. This here is one of them. It's one of the larger types that they make today. It's probably the largest brand that they make at this time. And while it's probably better than the new Baldwins used to be, it does not compare to a Baldwin from the 70s or 80s, which is Baldwin's prime time. It just doesn't have the sound. Some parts of it are the same. This music desk they've actually kept in the same exact style pretty much that the old Baldwins are, which I kind of like. The music desk folds forward, very simple. There's no other pieces to deal with. You just fold it forwards and there you go, it's down. Which honestly I kind of like. I'm glad they kept that. But you know, it just doesn't have the sound. Not terrible. I mean, it's okay. I think the bass is kind of, it's kind of fat and not really defined, and you know, it's an inexpensive piano, and while it's not horrible, I think that with some extra money put in, a much better piano could be purchased. Here's a kind of an interesting piano. This is an Everett. They were actually pretty decent pianos, and they were made in Boston, and eventually Yamaha bought them and closed down the factory, but Everett made a lot of very nice pianos, and here's one right here. It's pretty cool. This is an interesting piano. This is actually an Ibop piano. I've heard about these, and I've heard that they have made some great pianos. It's kind of funny. The color of this piano and the metal logo kind of make it really hard to see, but that's what this is. They're not very common. This is the only one I've ever seen, and it's kind of cool.